Hello, Steve White, TrekBoy89 for Steve Arts 89. Well, it's getting to that time of year. September 8th is the anniversary of the original Star Trek, and for generations, Star Trek fans have been celebrating the anniversary of the original Star Trek. But New Trek decided to try and hijack that, and they made Star Trek Day, which is focusing on the new Star Trek shows and trying to take attention away from the original Star Trek. So it's now become a bit of a conflicting sort of date and event now. Now this year their official plans are very limited. They don't seem to have the money to spend on a big event like they've had the last couple of years, where they have like an awards ceremony sort of style show where they have the actors coming on and things filmed and stuff like that, and a big event and red carpet event sort of thing. They're not doing that this year. What they're doing is they're doing a charity event where they're doing you put yourself in the captain's chair sort of thing, where they're asking people to think what they would do if they were in the position of the captain of the Enterprise. And they've got these pop-up events that are all sort of benefiting charities, and the Star Trek merchandise sales for a period of time will be going towards the charities. And the only other thing they're doing is YouTube is going to be featuring, or I think all the platforms that house Star Trek are going to be featuring the first episode, the premiere episode of each series for free, whether it's access for free on Paramount Plus or whether it's being on YouTube or Amazon or something like that. So that's interesting. That's a way to get people into it. But the most interesting thing about all of this is Prodigy's excluded. Prodigy's really not included because they sold it to Netflix. Basically, they got rid of it. They scraped it off the platform because it wasn't doing well enough, like waste that you want to clean off the hose. And they really were serious about it because they're not talking about Prodigy. Prodigy doesn't exist anymore. And I'm like, wow, this is interesting, because when New Trek came up and there were things that the company, Paramount, was saying that conflicted with what fans knew to be true or what fans believed, we were told, no, that's what CBS says, that's what Paramount says, that's what the man says, that's the official word, that's true. Not actual reality, not what was true, but their version, their revisionist version of things, that was what we were supposed to, buy and eat, basically. And you saw a bunch of New Trek fans defending all this like they were there and sort of telling Star Trek fans they know what they were talking about. And now these people who love Prodigy are now being told by Paramount, CBS, that Prodigy doesn't exist anymore because it's sold to another company. We don't make money out of it. We got the money off them, they licensed it, but we don't make money out of promoting it, so we're not promoting it anymore. It's a corporate thing. And you see these fans now reacting to that, like, how could my Paramount turn against my Star Trek Prodigy like they did with original Star Trek and all the original Star Trek fans? So it's kind of fun to watch these guys struggling with dealing with corporate says Paramount Plus says Prodigy doesn't exist and doesn't matter because they don't make money from it, they don't profit from it, but I still like it. So how do I handle this? It's kind of funny to watch. But yeah, that's what's happening. It was sort of subtly happening before this, but it's really, really clear. I think Trek Core made an announcement that it wouldn't be included in the celebrations or any of their celebrations for Star Trek Day, because it's not not for now a Paramount entity. It's like Netflix temporarily owns it because they've licensed it to have on their platform, and so it's just really funny because isn't it Star Trek? If Discovery and all these other shows are Star Trek, isn't Prodigy Star Trek too? What defines Star Trek? Is it that it's produced by Paramount or licensed by Paramount or owned by Paramount? Or is it because, it's based on Star Trek? Or is it because of the actual format and the actual subject and content and what the show's about? Or is it the universe that is copyrighted? What defines Star Trek? And I find it really fascinating now seeing people from the new era struggle with the first time they're told something that they believe is Star Trek isn't Star Trek. Like we've sort of been told that the original Star Trek and the older Star Treks don't count. It's only the new Star Trek that counts now. And that's all old and out of date and stupid and you shouldn't like it. It's only the new stuff that's good. And all the old episodes, it's not that they did more, they were just filler. the new ones, because we've got so few episodes, they just create gold with every episode. And it's just funny to see a little bit of chatter and a little bit of reaction to the new fans having to deal with this corporate speak, which is the first time it's affected them. Because there used to be a divide between the original Star Trek and the new Trek, and now there's a divide within the new Trek. So it's kind of funny to watch, and I know I shouldn't enjoy it because it's petty, but happy Star Trek Day to me.